Hi students, this is A. Mandri Kumar Rajesh. In this video, we are going to discuss the topic called how to produce polyhydroxybutyrate, that is bioplastic, and polylactic acid. First, let me tell you how to produce polyhydroxybutyrate and its application. Polyhydroxybutyrate and polyhydroxyalkanate are intercellular carbons. They are intercellular carbons. Polyhydroxybutyrate and polyhydroxyalkanate are intercellular carbon and they are energy storage compounds. This polyhydroxybutyrate and polyhydroxyalkanate are energy storage compounds produced by many microorganisms. Produced by many microorganisms. So polyhydroxybutyrate and polyhydroxyalkanate are intercellular carbon and they are energy storage compounds produced by many microorganisms. Moreover, they are biodegradable and they are elastic in nature. So this polyhydroxybutyrate and polyhydroxyalkanate are well suited for the synthesis of biodegradable plastic and biodegradable packaging material. While in the case of conventional plastic, they are synthesized from oil or petrochemical called coal. So the conventional plastics are produced from oil or coal and they are not biodegradable. They are remain in the environment for more than 100 years and they can cause environmental pollution. If we burn that conventional plastic, it can liberate a gas called dioxin. This dioxin gas can cause cancer and environmental pollution. So we have to replace the conventional plastic with this biodegradable plastic which are produced from polyhydroxybutyrate and polyhydroxyalkanate. So let me give you the application of polyhydroxybutyrate in medicinal field. Let me tell you the importance of PHB in the medical field. PHB can be implanted in the human body without any rejection. That means if any foreign material enter into the human body, our immune system responds to that foreign body. While in the case of PHB, does not produce any immune response. So they are biocompatible. That is why we can use this PHB for implantation. Example, PHB has several medical applications. Example, durable bone implants. We can use PHB as durable bone implants. Then it can used for wound dressing. Then heart valve, we can replace the heart valve with this PHB. And it is used for drug delivery. Finally, they have mentioned a word called scaffold. Actually, scaffold means a structure which was built outside a building for roof making. In Tamil, they are called as charam. But in this case, they have mentioned scaffold. That meaning is this PHB are flexible, processable, and durable. That is why they have used this PHB for tissue engineering. That is why they have mentioned the term scaffold. The PHB are durable, processable, flexible. So that is why this PHB are used in tissue engineering. With the help of tissue engineering, we can scaffold tissues. That is why they have mentioned scaffold the term. Then, what are the bacteria which can produce PHB? Gram-positive bacteria, example Bacillus megatherium, Bacillus subtilis and Corynebacterium. So these bacteria can produce PHP by the fermentation process. Then gram-negative bacteria, example Pseudomonas species, then alkali genes, Eutrophus. So nowadays, alkali genes are called as Ralstonia, Eutrophus. Then I am going to tell you the steps which are involved in the PHB production. So glucose get converted into acetyl-CoA. Then this acetyl-CoA get converted into aceto-acetyl-CoA reductase with the help of the enzyme 3-ketothiolase. Then this aceto-acetyl-CoA reductase get reduced into 3-hydroxybutyrate-CoA with the help of enzyme aceto-acetyl-CoA reductase. Then reducing equivalents are supplied by NADPH. Then this 3-hydroxybutyl CO, that is CoA, get converted into poly 3-hydroxybutyric acid with the help of the enzyme polysynthase, that is poly 3-hydroxybutyric acid synthase. Here the coenzyme is removed. Finally, we can get the poly chain of the hydroxybutyrate. So here we are able to get poly 3-hydroxybutyric acid. Then this polyhydroxybutyrate are used in the biodegradable plastic and biodegradable packaging material. So that's all about the polyhydroxybutyrate. Now I am going to tell you the polylactic acid. Let us talk about another promising polymer called polylactic acid or polylactic. Actually, it is an aliphatic polymer which can derive from lactic acid. The lactic acid can be produced either by microbial fermentation or chemical synthesis. If we are using chemical synthesis of lactic acid, it always leads to production of racemic mixture. And the chemical synthesis of lactic acid always has disadvantages because these racemic mixtures are optically inactive. While in the case of microbial fermentation, this is the flowchart for microbial fermentation. Renewable resources, that means it may be a corn or sugar cane or cassava root. So renewable resources and pre-treatment takes place, results in the fermentable sugar. Then microbes act upon that fermentable sugar. That condition is called as microbial fermentation, results in fermented broth. Then lactic acid recovery takes place. Finally, we are able to get optically pure L plus or G minus lactic acid. So these lactic acids are optically active, optically pure. So this microbial fermentation synthesis of lactic acid has more advantages when compared to chemical synthesis of lactic acid. Then I am going to tell you the steps which are involved in polylactic acid synthesis. There are 3 steps. They are lactic acid production by microbial fermentation, then lactic acid purification followed by its cyclic dimer lactate preparation. Then third step, polycondensation of lactic acid or ring opening polymerization of lactates. Actually, I tried to summarize the whole process, but I couldn't because all the steps are a big process. Because that is why I could not summarize that whole the process. So please remember these 3 steps. It is enough for us. So the polylactic synthesis involves 3 steps. They are lactic acid production by microbial fermentation, lactic acid purification followed by its cyclic dimer preparation. The third step, polycondensation of lactic acid or ring opening polymerization of lactates. Then the uses of polylactic acid. Lactic acid is a building block for the synthesis of polylactic acid, a biodegradable polymer which is commonly used for manufacturing packaging material, containers and stationery. And we can use polylactic acid for the production of bioplastic. Then the renewable resources are used for produce the lactic acids or the sugarcane, molasses, then cassava root, then corn. Nowadays, renewable resources are replaced by cheap sources. For example, starch, cellulosic byproducts, cellulosic residues, or the residues from the food industry. So we can use these resources to produce lactic acid. So that's all about today's video. If you have any doubt, please clarify with me. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.